The US may soon get a cyber czar. President Obama is expected to announce his decision to appoint a senior White House official who will be in charge of protecting the nation's networks. It's aimed at preventing cyber attacks on various sectors, and the move's already caused a public debate over whether it will evolve into a surveillance system. That's the key question, maybe. Joining me now live in Washington, D.C., Dina Gusovsky. Dina, hi there. So how much power is this senior cyber official going to have then?
Well, internet users across the board are really asking themselves, is this slowly but surely becoming a culture of surveillance? Now, the debate becomes, is this a national security issue, or is this a way for the federal government to really snoop on internet users to look at what they're reading, what they're watching, what they're sharing? Now, interestingly enough, there's a bill that's making its way through Congress, and if this bill is going to be successful, it would basically result in a major power shift over the internet from private users, private companies, big and small, to the federal government. So the government would have unprecedented power over the internet. Now, Barack Obama, throughout his campaign, said, look, I'm going to make cybersecurity a top priority in my administration. So perhaps it's no surprise that he kind of wants to appoint this cyber Superman who's going to report directly to him. This guy can basically pick up the phone and call the president at any time were something to happen. So what we see here is the Obama administration are really taking some drastic measures here when it comes to this issue.
Okay, so there was a promise in his manifesto, but what's the urgency of doing it so soon? Is there any particular security issues that have come to light lately?
Yes, well, U.S. research and analysis has basically shown that if a full-blown internet crisis were to happen right now, the U.S. government wouldn't really be able to deal with it because there is no central cyber commander, no cyber Superman, if you will. And so government officials are desperately trying to avoid what they call a cyber Katrina. Basically, you have all these different fragmented departments of the government and different bureaucracies who don't share information with each other. So were there to be a major internet crisis, they wouldn't really be able to come up with a concerted response, and that's really what government officials are trying to avoid. They're trying to have this one central commander, so if something were to happen, they can all respond in the same way.
As I intimated, it's generated a fair bit of response from American people, this move as well, isn't it, Dina?
That's true. And, you know, the great thing about the internet now, at least for now, right, is that once these stories once this makes headlines, you have responses right away. People start typing away. And I found two responses that I want to share for you. These are a few of my favorites. Why do I suspect that this czar will spend about 10% of his time dealing with security issues and 90% of his time finding ways to help big media companies protect their IP from evil pirates, teenagers, and YouTube? And that's really a common response that goes back to the fact that, is this a national security debate, or is this a way for the government to have more control over people who are online? But this has to be my all-time favorite response from one internet reader, kind of poking fun at this whole idea of creating a czar for every single department here. And he writes, is it really that necessary to appoint a czar for every single issue? I'm waiting for the toilet paper czar, who will coordinate efforts to regulate both the orientation of the roll in the holder as well as the direction of the wipe. So Kevin, you can just see how seriously everybody is just taking this issue. Internet users kind of making fun of government efforts here, but who knows, you know, this is a fascinating story, and we will keep you posted on all the latest as it develops.
Keeps people in jobs, Dina, doesn't it? And by the way, of course, if our viewers have a comment on this story, all they're going to do is take a look at our website, rt.tv, get it off their chest there, isn't that right? Okay, Dina Gusovsky in Washington, D.C., thank you.